Hey Jeep family, this is Neil with SFJ4x4.com, Simpson Family Jeeps, coming to you again with another Tech Tuesday update. And this is a doozy because it's this beautiful, spectacular May weather, and we've got a lot of very cool projects happening. We're getting ready for our show season. Today I'm representing Toledo Jeep Fest, but obviously Bantam Jeep Heritage Festival is coming up very soon. We've got couple local events happening, so a lot of cool things and people getting their Jeeps ready for this cool wheeling season that's coming up. So behind us we've got just a fun color palette. I thought this was cool because we've got the hydro blue and the purple and the yellow and this awesome burnt orange. And so if you've watched any of our Tech Tuesday updates, you'll recognize some of these Jeeps. Some of them are repeat offenders coming back for additional work or some fine tuning. In the background, whether you can see it or not, is that big Gladiator. It's getting ready to head off to the dyno. We're waiting for the transport truck to come sweep that up and take it off and get it dynoed and really unleash the horsepower of that Magnuson supercharger. We've got some fine tuning. We're going to put some aftermarket steering on the Mandalorian here. He's had it out wheeling hard a couple times and had a great experience with that. And now it's time to keep those upgrades going. This yellow one is a local of ours, and it is just the coolest 08 because this individual has just changed, played, wheeled, fine-tuned, all types of things with this Jeep and has done it in a really awesome manner. So we've recently put some lower control arms on it. He took it out, wheeled it, played with it. Has maybe some exhaust clearance issues happening in the rear, unrelated to what we're doing or what we did. So we'll be addressing some of the exhaust. Additionally, it's got the strangest voltage regulation issue with the Egr valve. So we're trying to get to the bottom of that as well. On the side here, we'll walk over just a little bit. We've got this sweet purple Jeep, and it's a very cool one. We did the lift, the tire wheel package on, and they recently came in for an RT off-road big brake kit, front and rear. So this got the big, massive rotors on front and rear, dual piston calipers on the front, and the relocation brackets to move the rear caliper out to grab just a little further out on the edge of that rotor to give it that additional stopping leverage. And then we also tried to do cold air intake, but because of the world we're living in right now, we opened up the box and parts were missing. It was brand new, completely sealed, came in from a distributor elsewhere, and open it up and parts are missing right out of the box. So it is the world we're living in, and so we pivot. Customer's not unhappy. They've got a great Jeep on their hands, still very drivable, and now it's got the big brakes all taken care of, and just a little fine tuning there. You'll recognize Jeff's Jeep, the hydro blue Gladiator, been all over the place, and you can see he's stripped down. Scott's on the other side, and our performance mechanic Greg's van, because minivan life. All right, spin back around over here. This JL just came in. This is a sweet looking little JLU. I haven't seen this Jeep yet, but I really dig the Toyo RT tires. That's actually what Greg's got. Greg drove his LSXJ this morning. Must have wanted the dad van for the afternoon for some reason, because he has the same tires on the LSXJ. Very cool, nice, clean looking JL. The two-door XJ, waiting for a stroker motor for that. Fan favorite of the Brute conversion here. We're doing a turn signal and door seals. Hopefully the door seals should have showed up today. I ordered them like a week ago. I don't know, but the other parts are here and ready to rock and roll. We finally started moving some of our dead projects. I'm really happy about that. This green one is about to go in. That's one of the 2.4 jobs. The 2.4 clutch job next to it is into the shop and in the air, and we'll walk under that here shortly. As we pan down around the side, don't mind my Dodge Ram project over there, but the white Jeep is headed off to its home today after it got fully wrapped in fishbone, and some frame repair, brand new brake lines and hoses, a lot of mechanical work, and time for that husband-wife team to go off and enjoy their Jeep for the summer. This one right here with the Toyota symbol on the Jeep, don't worry, that's not lost on me, is actually one of our good U.S. postal carriers. So shout out to the tireless job that they do. But it is a right-hand drive XJ, and it is just quirky because it is a work vehicle for them. And so our job is to figure out some of the electrical problems they're having and get them back on the route. And then as we pan through, we've got the Gecko and then the tank in the corner. Gecko's just waiting its turn, and some part availability. Chrysler OE oil cooler assemblies have been on national back order for a little over 2 months now at minimum, and they're supposed to be releasing them this week, available for purchase. So fingers crossed, we're gonna have that in our hands, and that Jeep can get fixed and go on to its owner. The tank is back, and we'll walk up to the tank. Now, this one has graced us plenty of times. Awesome couple. You'll see us talk about them in a number of our videos and social media. This thing goes back and forth to Moab frequently, and you can tell that because of this awesome red rock sand down here. You can definitely see that has been out in the Southwest quite a good bit, and then down under the hood itself. It is with us. It got a whole bunch of little upgrades, and it got an Optima top, yellow top, and headed home to them. And you know, the key might have got left on in the on position, but we're having some serious oxidation corrosion issues. You see it's kind of all over the place in here. This was perfectly clean and really nice shape when we turned it out. So this level of oxidation, we kind of got to get down to it. I think we're going to replace this from the factory. We're going to replace this this battery lug, because I think we're running into a connectivity issue. Maybe this corrosion is actually back in the wire itself. You can see it looked more like the negative over here. And then just after, honestly, a couple days, this level of corrosion was back. The battery was unhappy. The Jeep was geeking out. And that's not good for anybody. So we'll get that taken care of for them. We're going to head inside. Make sure as I head inside, I'm going to wave at Lindquist Grand. Right? So just to say, we work on a little bit of everything here. That one's getting a full 4 new tires. Really cool new tire on the market is the Nitto Nomad. So that's getting 4 Nomads on it. And hopefully we're going to be able to revive the all-wheel drive transfer case. Let's head inside. So happening behind me, you see Greg is tearing into this 3.8 job. You see those nice Texas plates. This is Jeep's not coming back and forth. They are semi-local, but they did choose to ship their Jeep back here. We've got a Jasper engine and transmission that Greg is putting together. You'll notice he kept the old engine on the engine stand over there. And what he's doing is he's going back and forth, and he's checking to see what parts, sensors, clips, little pieces like that need to come off the old engine and go onto the new one. You'll see the valve covers. Those came off the old. We'll clean those up, put them on the new engine. And so he's going back and forth, double checking, and then seeing how things fit in there. You'll also see that Reman transmission sitting there, and the other one is probably on the other side of the Jeep as well. And so that's what he's working on. Jeffrey, on the other hand here, is working on getting a transmission back into a 2.4 Jeep. And he's been under Jeeps left and right doing transmission work. Transmission was just out there a second ago, cleaning it off a little bit because it had some grime and, you know, schmutz on it from plenty of time hanging out under the Jeep. So he's getting it on, so the cables go on, connections are all good. Routing, you can see the different sensor wires, breather hoses, clutch, you know, the clutch hydraulics. We had to wait on a flywheel and clutch. So interesting thing about this particular Jeep is that it's a 2-year production only for the transmission. So the flywheel and clutch then reflect that, and the availability is equally challenging. I think this is just the coolest color. It's like a bikini that we see in come out in the JLs. Somebody worked pretty hard to kind of match that color on this neat looking TJ. In for a crawl over inspection. I dig the color palette with the blacks and the teal We're going through, you know, runability, drivability, serviceability, and just kind of saying general health where that Jeep is at right now. You'll see that the wagon is back from Florida, and the mad scientist, Scott, is in the back somewhere. Oh, he's toddling around. We are putting a part-time case, or actually we're putting a part-time kit in the full-time Quadra-Track case here, and some trim pieces around the windows themselves. You'll see the owner, while it's been gone, has put a nice new hitch on it himself. He's done a lot of fun. He's spent a lot of time on his back just kind of wire brushing and tinkering with the Jeep. So it's back just to do a little more fine tuning, a little more refining, making it more what that customer wants. And came in, you know, on truck transport about less than a week ago. And we've already got the transmission ripped out of it, or excuse me, transfer case ripped out of it. And Scott's building it back on the bench. And that one should be going back together, you know, beginning or mid of next week. The big LJ build, we got some more steering parts in that still, we still got to get that custom steering linkage bent appropriately for it, but this close. And we'll pan off into the CJ world, and we just know that that is very busy, but big celebratory raw is that one of them left. So very cool CJ7 that we've had for nothing less than like 5 or 6 months. Drove off today. That was the one on the old man Emu suspension. Lots of fine tuning, tinkering on that one. Steering adjustment. The guys really dialed it in spectacularly. Got the alignment done. Thing handled well. Steers great. I mean, genuinely for a CJ7 on 33s, it was just a pleasure to drive. And so we hopeful that customer is really out enjoying the weather and enjoying himself in that Jeep. All right, folks, that's what's happening here at SFJ. I hope that you've enjoyed this. If you saw something that was cool and caught your eye, make sure you let us know in the comments below. We appreciate everybody's support. Make sure you're tuning in, grabbing the podcast or you know, some of our specialty videos. One of our media manager was just out Southwest touring, I don't know, Wyoming, Utah, Idaho. There's a really cool video that was put together for that. So make sure you go check that out as well. And make sure if you haven't liked and subscribed, make sure you do that now. A couple of our other videos, 93% of people are watching without subscribing. That might be you. That's a ton of people. So make sure that you let us know that you like what we're doing because you're watching, so like it. And make sure you subscribe because that helps us know what kind of content you're looking for us to make. So again, Neil, sfj4x4.com. This was your Tech Tuesday walk around. Until then, Jeep family, Jeep on.